What's going on, everybody? Austin here. In today's video, I want to go over Amazon FBA and product research. So for those of you who are new here and don't know what Amazon FBA is, it's fulfillment by Amazon. So it's when you private label your own product and then you ship it to an Amazon warehouse and they do all the fulfillment, the customer service, and everything like that. So most of the sellers on Amazon are essentially people like you and me doing Amazon FBA, and they just allow Amazon to fulfill the orders and do all the packaging and stuff like that. So this means you don't have to have any inventory at your physical location or anything of that nature. For the sake of this video though, we're only going to be discussing product research. One method that I like to use when doing product research and how it works and how you could go source the product after you find it. So as you can see here on the computer, we're in Amazon, we're on Amazon.com. So the first place I like to start when doing product research, there's a ton of methods. And as always, we'll leave a training in the description below if you're interested in checking out like a full-blown program on how to do this step by step. Be sure to check that out. But right here, I want to go on this, on the bar right here next to, you got the hamburger, you got a bunch of different topics. Then I like to go to the new releases tab. So let's just click it. This is one of my favorite methods. And then over here on the left-hand side, you can see any department. So you'll want to pick a department that you want to sell in. Now, obviously, it doesn't really matter. It does matter because some of these categories are restricted or gated. So you do have to obviously know which ones. Just do a quick Google search. You'll see what are restricted categories are that you cannot sell in Amazon, or gated. You would have to get ungated to sell, which like grocery and gourmet food. If you're selling a food or chemicals and stuff like that, obviously it's going to be restricted and you have to provide certain documentation, like a certificate of analysis and stuff like that if you're doing food and stuff like that. But for the sake of this video, I'm just going to click home and kitchen because that could be anything like spatulas, can openers, stuff like that, general goods products that anybody can brand. So what I would do here now is I would just look at some of the things, and obviously you can't sell products. I wouldn't go and compete against iRobot. That's not even a thing. Like, I honestly wouldn't even attempt to do such a thing. I don't like seasonal stuff like this, Christmas ornaments 2020. Maybe if you would have started earlier this year and you just ordered a certain amount of inventory, but even with a year on it, I don't like, well, this one's selling. You see this one has a mask on it. So they're actually crushing it. If you look right here, the monthly revenue is actually $164,000. They just started selling in November 11th. So they're actually kind of crushing it. And you see their new releases. That's why I love new releases. You see there's only 78 reviews. But don't go selling anything with 2020 on it because it's too late. Obviously you don't want to, I don't like years. If you were doing something like this, maybe, and obviously it's Christmas time when I'm recording this video, so that's why you're going to see a lot of this. But what I would do, oh, and for those of you who want to know what this is right here, it's a software tool called Jungle Scout. I'll leave it in the description below. You get 30% off if you purchase through the link in the description. Or you can get up to 30% off, but it allows you to see the revenue and stuff like that. We also have a Chrome extension that you could just click right up here and it will pull up everything on the current page, and then you can load more results. I'm not going to let it load right now, but I'll show you that in just a minute. But so what I would do is I would scroll through here and just look at products like, what is this? It's a heated blanket, but again, I would look at reviews. Reviews are a big telltale factor if I even want to attempt to get into that product just yet. 594 is kind of a lot of reviews. So I'd scroll here a little bit more and I would just look. This one is a silicone chocolate mold with 6 cavity baking molds. 288 reviews, not bad at all. 247 daily sales, 66,000 a month in revenue. Just keep scrolling, see if I can see. Here's looks like the same thing, silicone molds. They've got 47 reviews. So they're a new seller, as you can see. Again, it seems like that's probably a trending thing right now. And you can see right here where it says their brand. Again, this is with the software I have. This is like you can see, this is almost an identical product to this one. And it's a different brand. So it's a person like you and me selling these, and they're just creating their own brands, right? And like, look, this person's doing $112,000 a month. They just started selling this. And let's click this product. I actually kind of like the idea of this product right now. You see $8.98 free shipping, shipped from and sold by them. That's not fulfilled by Amazon. I wouldn't actually mess with this. It's probably a drop shipped product. I would look for something that is fulfilled by Amazon. And the way to tell that is how it said shipped and sold by somebody else. Let's click this one right here. See how it says FBA? If you don't have the software, you could tell right here. On the right hand side over here, it says ships from Amazon, sold by Kaiwan Dynasty. So it's shipped from Amazon. So it's an Amazon FBA product. You can usually tell whenever it's a free shipping or Amazon Prime as well. That's also qualified. Amazon FBA qualifies for Prime. But I would look at this and I would open up my Jungle Scout, right? So my Jungle Scout's going to show me their monthly revenue and their monthly sales for this product. So it kind of gives me a better estimate of the amount of inventory I will need to purchase. Obviously, since I'm not ranking up there with them, I'm not going to go ahead and order that many, but I would look at the monthly revenue, 44,000. But before I go move forward with, okay, yes, this is a product I want to do, I would come over here to the search bar and I would take some keywords out of here. Silicone mold, chocolate bomb. So silicone, I would just take silicone mold and then I would copy this and I would put it in the search bar. And then I would want to see if there's already, you see right here, silicone mold, it says over 20,000 results. That's a lot of people selling it. Obviously there's different designs. So maybe I can narrow it down a little bit more. Hot chocolate bomb cake, dome. I would probably use the word round. And you can still see there's over 6,000, but let's just take a look at how many reviews, how many people have been selling this. In reality, I could just pull up my software because I have it. It'll populate everything on this current page, so I don't have to really scroll. And I could see, I kind of wait a little bit for it to load up, right? Because you see some stuff is still changing. And you see these first two, how they have a SP logo. That means they're sponsored ads. So I really wouldn't look at them too much, but you could take a look at how like this person only has 3 reviews and they've generated 26,000 revenue. So they're obviously a new seller because they're running an ad. They've only got 3 reviews and they're doing pretty decent. You can see they recently just listed. So not bad at all. Honestly, not bad for a new product. I would scroll through here a little bit and you can see right here, opportunity score, high demand with low competition. A 9's really good. Very low competition, it says. And I would scroll, this person's doing $305,000. They've been in business a lot longer and they have a lot more reviews. I would look through here and look at the high reviews and then look at the low reviews and see if people with low reviews are still getting decent sales. And then it would help me decide if I want to attempt to tap into this market. And then I would browse here for a little bit. The product research is the most important thing. So just look at these things, 88,000 with only 73 reviews. So it's a 3-piece silicone mold. So what makes this one seem different than all the other ones I've looked at is most of the other ones were 2-piece. So these people are standing out by doing a 3-piece. I kind of like this idea. So you get ships from, so it's not FBA, but that's fine. You don't have to do FBA, but for the sake of this video, we're doing FBA, which means you would send it to an Amazon warehouse and let them do it because these people are charging shipping. Which doesn't mean you can't do it, but they have their own inventory and stuff like that. If you're doing if it's not FBA, then you have to do what's called FBM, which means you essentially hold the inventory and it's fulfilled by you as the merchant. FBM is fulfilled by merchant. But just look through here, see if any of this, like that has a lot of reviews. Oh, those are round cake pans. So you can see it's a totally different product. So I wouldn't even consider doing that unless I wanted to. That could actually be another thing I search if I wanted to. But I would just look and then if I decide, see, these are all shipped from other companies. I'm not sure if this is a product I would choose, but you get the gist of how I would do product research. If I don't want to do any of these, I would just go back to new releases. I'd go back to home and kitchen and then I would scroll. And the reason I look at new releases, honestly, is because they don't have a lot of reviews. They haven't been being sold that much because there are newly listed products on Amazon. So if they're still seeing good traction relatively quickly, then it's something I would be interested in doing further research on. Just like this, Austria hand blender. They're doing 450,000 a month. They recently started. So now this is an idea. Hand blender. So now what I would do is, again, click it. They don't have many reviews. 130 reviews is not a lot of reviews, guys. So I like this. Mueller, I don't know if Mueller sounds like a strong brand. It may not be though. It just sounds really good. It sounds like they probably have a lot of products. But what I would do is I would take a hand blender and I would copy that and I would just post it up here in the search bar again. And then I would look at other people selling hand blenders. I would then open up my Chrome extension right here. Again, the link is in the description below. And then I would look at different brands. Obviously, I don't want to compete against big companies like KitchenAid. Mueller's popping up a couple times. I feel like they're a big brand. But you could just look at the possibilities. And you see these people have a lot of reviews. So again, I wouldn't go against people with a lot of reviews. I want to find the product that does not have a ton of reviews. I want to find products with 50, 60 reviews. And that's why you're looking for the broad keyword, because that's what you're going to be competing against once you list your product. So that's a key factor. You can't just go off of the one product you saw on the new releases. You have to search the broad keyword, pull it up, and then look at how many competitors are actually like killing, like just crushing it. Because if they're crushing it, then it's going to be harder for you to tap in with them. Once you find a product you want, let's hypothetically say that we do want to sell a hand blender. Well, then just want to bounce over here to a website called Alibaba.com. And this is where you find manufacturers to manufacture your product. So I would just type hand blender, right? And then this looks almost identical to everything we have seen. I guess a hand blender doesn't change too much, but correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty positive this is like the exact same stuff all these companies are selling. It can't change too much. So let's just say this person is selling theirs for $49. That's too expensive. This one's selling for $50. Let's go over here and see what it costs us to get it. It costs us anywhere between, and this price, guys, is not the end all be all price. It could go down, it can go up, but let's just say it's $8. Even that's high. It looks like, because even this one's $10. $10. Let's say $10. Let's just say it's $10 for your blender, packaging and everything. You say you're in for $15 maybe shipped to Amazon, right? And you can see they're selling it for $50. On average, you can expect a profit margin of 40% on the Amazon platform. Anything greater than 30% is good, but I've seen from a lot of sellers and myself, on average, we usually average out to be about a 40% profit margin, depending if it's holidays and we're running discounts and stuff like that. Obviously, it'll be a little bit lower, but anything greater than 30% is usually a good store. So, that honestly is how one of my favorite methods for doing product research. I just go to the new releases. I see what other people that have recently launched, what they're seeing success with. And then again, you want to make sure that you go through and read people's reviews. And when you read reviews, you can, there it was. You could determine, like, look at the bad reviews is what I like to do. Look at the bad reviews and see if people complain about stuff, like even the 3-star reviews. Why do they leave 3 stars? Why do they leave 4 stars? Why do they leave 2? And then the width and size of the stick portion was something I didn't even think to consider when purchasing. So look, maybe that sounds like their own problem. But they'll leave reviews based off of something they were upset about. That's why they leave a bad review. So if you could alter the product and make that slight variation to fix bad reviews, that is what's going to differentiate your product from the other products. I hope that's helpful. So just go through here, go through new releases, browse them ever so slightly. And again, you could go to different ones. We could go to Baby, and we could just browse different products. And then we could go over to Alibaba, see what it's going to cost us to manufacture it. Obviously, you're going to have to put a little bit more work and time and effort into this than that. But I hope that gives you the basics of understanding how to do product research. And it's just one method. There's a ton of methods. And if you decide you want to grab this Jungle Scout software, it's not going to pull up right now. Again, it's in the description. But if you decide you want to grab that, you'll be, I'm on Alibaba. That's why it won't pull up. You have to be on Amazon. If you want to grab that, you could actually do product research in the Jungle Scout tool yourself to where you don't even have to be on Amazon. You could put like criteria, like rank and stuff like that. So it's a pretty cool tool to use. They give you training and everything if you want to get into that, but it definitely helps do product research whenever diving down into this. So I hope you guys like this video. I know it wasn't long, very simple, but if you want more content and more videos based on Amazon, just leave in the comments what you want to see, what you need help with. As always, we have an Amazon training in the description below. Please subscribe, smash that like button to help the algorithm for me for creating this content for you guys. And as always, we'll see you in the next one.